Yo, what's going on, everybody? Original meme videos. What's going on, man? With the first, I see you. What's up? Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Hope everybody's doing great. Let's see who else we got here. Nice tunes. Appreciated. I've upgraded my music. Started off with YouTube's audio library so I wouldn't get copyright. Then I said, you know what, forget it. This music sucks. We're just gonna bite the bullet. No monetization, and we'll just do like a YouTube channel's music, lo-fi. Then I decided to pay for a subscription to copyright-free music. Yo, you think I should hold on Bitcoin? Now, what do you mean hold? Do you mean hold off on buying, or do you have it right now and you want to know if I would recommend holding versus selling? Hope everybody's doing all right. A couple settings are off here. Hang on. I'll switch back to desktop focus when we got everybody in here. Hey, what's going on, Chad, man? What's going on, bro? I do apologize. This is going to be a short stream. I got the second shot of the vaccine yesterday, and the side effects hit today. And I have been... Oof. But I'm not missing a day. But I've got a fever right now and a nasty headache. But hey, we're here, man. Gilbert, coffee, cookies, 2020 on a Sunday. What more can you ask for? I appreciate that, bro. I love streaming and having you guys here. It's a good time. Even if the market's crashing, we always have fun. Original meme says, yeah, like I have it right now, and should I wait on selling it later? Honestly, to me, that depends on where you bought it. If you have anywhere near one full Bitcoin right now, and you got it at least a couple $1,000s down, I would probably consider selling. Now, at the same time, we're doing this nice... Well, we had a fail of the cup and handle pattern here, short term. But we're doing this nice little recovery here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I wish I could just paint. Maybe I should start using Trading View. But you could see this nice little curve up. Nice little cupping thing here. So it just kind of depends on if we break out the bottom or not. I mean, if we do break out the bottom, you want to really see, do we dump below this level right here? So maybe I would hang on. You can, let me see. Fever 2, I had the Vax 2 yesterday. Nice, nice. Me and you, same day. Yep. Fever. I mean, yesterday I was just fine, you know, just the arm soreness. Then woke up this morning and I'm like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. So woke up, same thing. Arm soreness still. It was worse than the first shot, but, you know, whatever. It wasn't like my arm was going to break off. Didn't feel that bad. But then just like a weird feeling in the legs. Like I felt a little weak in the legs. I'm just like, all right. But then just as the course of the day went on, and now it's the headache. The fever has calmed down, and now it's the headache is the bad part. Which, I mean, it honestly could be worse. I don't mind it. Now, it was hard walking from the couch to here. Like, I thought I was going to die. But once you sit down and you stop moving and the lights are down, just kind of chilling. Like, I'm not too bad right now. What's that hair? Oh, my bad. Let me flip back to desktop focus here. And guys, if you appreciate me streaming on this miserable day of mine, please consider hitting that like button. Because it brings more people. This is only going to be like a half-hour stream, so if we can get everybody in at the jump here and knock it out, that would be awesome. You think there's going to be a good pump on Bitcoin? Hey, whoever just liked, I appreciate that. I think so. Here's the thing. If you guys are not aware of why Bitcoin's going up, let me enlighten you. And we'll switch to Doge in a moment, okay? But for those that are new to the stream, if you're familiar with crypto, you'll know this. If you're not super into it, you're just, you know, a Doge fan like a lot of us. Maybe you're not aware quite yet. But Bitcoin is the market leader. And all of the altcoins follow Bitcoin's price action. So the reason Doge has been down so far is not because Doge is dead, but it's because Bitcoin was crashed, and so it pulled the whole market down with it. All other cryptos, Ethereum was way down. It was almost cut in half. Actually, it was cut in over half at one point. It went down from 4,300 per ETH down to 1,700 at some point like a week and a half ago. So brutal bloodbath in the crypto market. So don't just think, you know, Doge is oh, I'm sorry, I didn't flip to my screen. All right. Don't just be like, oh, Doge is dead. Doge isn't doing too good. It must be dead. Because that's not the case. It is just following the leader. So the thing is, though, when Bitcoin dumped and stayed down there and faked out so many times and then even looked like it was going to crash down even further like 2 days ago, that really spooked the market. So when Bitcoin finally got these little pieces of good news that moved it up, the rest of the market was like, are we really supposed to trust that? And so you saw a lot of people not buy in that were pretty much just sick of it, sick of getting faked out and all that. So that's why you're not seeing a strong recovery from the other cryptocurrencies, even the good proven ones like Ethereum and all that. They're all kind of chilling right now. If you look, it says Bitcoin is up 12% today. Let's side by side this with some of the others and see how they're doing. All right, let's start with Doge. So Doge is only up 4%. It's only made a third of the move that Bitcoin has today. Uncertainty in the market. Let's check ETH, Ethereum. Not even. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. Ethereum's doing a little better than Doge. Up about 7. But that's half of Bitcoin's move today. It's at 6.5, and Bitcoin was just at about 13. All right, let's try ADA, Cardano, 3% gain. All right, so Bitcoin's like, all right, guys, hey, I'm done freaking you guys out. Let's head back up. And everybody else is like, whoa, wait a minute. We're not trusting that. We're not going to see this move up, buy back in high, and then you decide to dump again. So until Bitcoin breaks 40,000, we're going to be in this situation where people are going to be very hesitant to buy back in. Doge is going to be a slow mover. Cardano is going to be a slow mover. XRP will maybe be a slow mover as well. Ethereum is going to be the first one to jump on board because Ethereum already has the best news other than Bitcoin. So Ethereum, in my opinion, is a safer guaranteed return on investment situation than Dogecoin at the moment. But if you're not into that, I completely understand. I tend to gravitate towards Dogecoin as well, but I do definitely see a little more short-term potential from Ethereum unless Doge can get a crazy good announcement. That, of course, will then pump us, which you can't keep up with. You really can't keep up with the pump under any circumstance. So those are our two scenarios here. Now, to kind of answer original memes point here, let me see. Hey, what's going on, Preezy? Welcome. LH, what's going on? And guys, again, I just got second shot yesterday. I feel terrible. No sympathy, but I'm just saying I've got a fever right now and a terrible headache. So this is not going to be a long stream, but like I told you on Friday and yesterday, I'm not missing a day. I don't care what happens. Even if it's a 5-minute stream, we don't miss days. I have not missed one yet. 7 days a week. That's how we do. Until further notice. So, imagine investing at least 1,000 on Bitcoin right now, then Bitcoin pumps up 100K to 100K. Yeah, people that got in early are just sitting back in money right now, and that's cool. I respect it. I wish I was one of those people, but I'm not. But I still feel bad because I saw Bitcoin when it crashed down to like 3,500 during the pandemic. I was there, and I did not have 3,500 in my trading account at the moment. And I was like, do I really want to throw like have to grab another $1,000, add it to my trading account, and put it in Bitcoin. I don't think so. At that time, like I said, I don't trade full time. Now I trade way more, but at that time I wasn't quite trading full time, and work was a little uncertain. So throwing $1,000 into something during a market crash during the pandemic was not a light decision. So I ended up not doing it. But had I would have had that $3,500 turn to 60 grand if I sold at the top. So, you know, feels bad now. Get some rest, bro. Hey, I appreciate that. Hey, Skydive, what's going on? What's new? Well, Bitcoin's recovering, so that's awesome. Stankus says your system just needs to reboot, then your blood will start generating 5G. Hey, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think I already hit the worst of it today, just like an hour ago. And now I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Now the fever's calming down. The fever was never terrible. Honestly, it was like anywhere from mild to moderate. Fever was never really bad. But then the headache, you know how that feeling when you're about to get a headache? You just feel a little achy and you're like, uh-oh. Give it like 2 hours and this is not going to be fun. That's what I had all day. And now it just turned into a headache. So transitioning through the phases. But I think tomorrow will actually be all right. So that's cool. Overall, not bad at all. It is what it is. But yeah, anyway, back to the stoinks, right? To your question, original, we're at this point right here where there's very high potential that this does just a pullback to the like 38.8 mark, and then does this little cup and handle and breaks 40K. I mean, like I said, if you're in a couple $1,000s down already, there's no harm in selling right now and then buying back at confirmation that we're gonna break 40K after you see a pullback. There's no harm in that at all. And locking those profits in just in case Bitcoin reverses here and goes back down to 35. So, especially if you have one full Bitcoin. Because what is that, like a 4 grand profit? So, like I said, it depends on where you bought in. If you bought in here, no, I probably wouldn't sell yet. You're not making that much money off one coin. What is that? $300, maybe a little less. 320 actually. I would rather hold that and wait and see if it takes off, even if it pulls back to me. But if you're in down here or down here, yeah, maybe consider cutting it. Hey, Melly, what's going on? Hey, guys, what's good? I see Bitcoin doing its little dance up there. Yeah, its little dance up. It sure is. Now, in case you're wondering why Bitcoin is moving, Elon Musk gave them a little boost of hope. Check that out. I appreciate his silence recently, to be completely honest. We saw Dogecoin stabilize at about 30 cents, 30, 35, with nothing, you know, no hype, no negative news, just saw it riding sideways. Then these little pieces of good news, these little pieces of bad news, like we just heard that meme coins just got banned in Thailand. So that potentially means that, let me turn this off with the studio mic. That potentially means that in Thailand, Dogecoin will be one of those meme coins. It was not listed specifically, but just depends on how they want to view Doge. So, but no one really cared about that. And we saw no negative effect on price. So we're cool at 30 cents. So for people that are all in or very close, that should make you feel comfortable because you know that Doge is not looking to just dump, right? We're not at that point as of today. Not like any of those other cryptos that have no like strength, no holding power because they're fundamentally lacking. So we've got that going for us. That's cool. We're stable. What we need, Bitcoin recovery, past 40,000, clearly holding back up to 50,000. That'll get us back to Doge 40, 45. Nice little profit. So that's where we're at there. Now, as for Bitcoin, like I said, Elon gave them a little glimpse of hope. So let's hope this doesn't kill my head as I go off of this here. Ooh. Oh, okay. Thank you. I gotta turn this to full dark mode, guys. I'm sorry. So my head does not kill me. All right. If we go to Elon's page here, we can see the glimpse of good news that he gave. Let's flip this back to live screen. You can see why we moved up. And yeah, welcome to everybody, all the new faces. Appreciate having you guys. Feel free to hit that sub button. Like I said, this stream's only going to be like another 15 minutes, but once I'm better, which should be tomorrow, we'll get back to like the hour, 2 hour streams every day. Just didn't want to miss today, no matter what. So, let's go to his tweets and replies, and this should be where it resides. Okay. So someone posted this little tweet. You're seeing new names. Welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Melly, what's going on? Elon is catching flack again. Let me just turn this down a little bit. The tweet quoted was Elon Musk is catching flack again. But what's it for this time? Signia CEO, Magna, whatever, lambasted, okay, him saying, what we have seen with Bitcoin is price manipulation by one very powerful and influential individual. Then he replied with this tweet that actually gave it some nice hope here. And this is why we saw this big move today on the Bitcoin side. It was his reply. So this is actually good news, even though a lot of us here are not Bitcoin investors. This is good because these kind of good pieces of news from or related to Bitcoin will drive Dogecoin up with it, will drive Ethereum, ADA, whatever you're into. So he replied and said, this is inaccurate, talking about him being accused of manipulating the price. He said Tesla only sold less than or equal to 10% of holdings to confirm that Bitcoin could be liquidated easily without moving the market. So while they're this massive holder, because you know they own a ton of Bitcoin, they just wanted to make sure that if needed, they could sell some of it off, trade it in for fiat currency or whatever without it manipulating the market. So that 10% sell-off was just a test of liquidity, just to confirm. Because you got to consider Tesla, they've got a whole board of people, financial advisors. You know, you can imagine they have a large team in every department. So this is probably one of the things that they wanted to see. Can we, if need be, start selling our Bitcoin without crashing the market and losing like a ton of money? So they did a little test of that with a 10% sell-off, but we're fully supporting it. But then he said, when there's confirmation of reasonable, and he says about 50% clean energy usage by miners with positive future trend as well. So when there's confirmation that, you could say at least 50% of people are using clean energy, at least 50% of miners, with that percentage also trending up, so just moving up at a rate that looks like it's positive, then Tesla will resume allowing Bitcoin transactions. So he just confirmed, because there was a lot of fear and uncertainty after he posted all those Bitcoin breakup tweets while he was memeing, basically, and also implying that it was fully over and he was tired of the Bitcoin community. But he said if there's confirmation that Tesla will resume allowing Bitcoin transactions. So that was confirmation to everyone on the Bitcoin side that they are not at all done with Bitcoin and it will be unpaused. So a lot of people that were scared it would not be unpaused because of how he was talking and acting, they got that confirmation. And so then we started seeing this spark of a little bull run here from Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin at this moment has been way under 40,000 for the last who knows how long, and has not been doing so great. It's flirted with 40K multiple times. You can see here, here again failed, here again failed. This is a massive move up and it's pulling back here. If it can hold and break and start making new highs, this could be confirmation of the reversal. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but usually when you get to the bottom, reversals tend to have all these little up and down moves and they're like a gradual bull shape. Not a good example here, but if you've seen it, you've seen it. And we're kind of getting that overall messing around move here as Bitcoin hits all these highs and lows, does this little curling move, and then starts to head back up with strength after it's gained support. So that's what we're seeing right now. Dogecoin devs have moved the transaction process part of the new update to review for approval status, the final step before being ready for use. That is awesome. Bitcoin doing better than Doge? It is. The rest of the market is terrified right now. But once Bitcoin can confirm that it's going up past 40,000 and going to hold and continue up, we'll see much quicker movement from the others. Doge probably gets straight to like 35 cents, and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's going to follow. It's not. Not at the moment. It is really slow. But just keep in mind, there were multiple fake outs. So people on the Doge side, anybody in altcoins are probably scared. I know a lot of you guys even not enthused. And you're like, do we even buy at this point? Yeah, we're at 30 cents Doge. But are we just going to go right back down into the 20s again? Like, even a lot of you had that fear and uncertainty. And you were reluctant to buy in. So I always like to think of it like, how would I feel in a couple different scenarios? Like, if I was that person or that person, and whatever kind of reasonings you can come up with, there's probably multiple people that feel like that. Maybe even the majority. Just putting yourself in other people's shoes and seeing what they're probably seeing. So, yeah, everything's being slow. Bear Elliott, thank you so much for the support, man. Thanks for the sub. But again, once we get confirmation that Bitcoin is not faking out again, because even me, myself, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Are you guys convinced? If you guys aren't convinced, imagine what the majority of traders are feeling. Probably also not convinced. So you're not going to see people just panic buying into Dogecoin at this moment if they're not convinced. You got to convince people. How do you convince them? By actually breaking into 40,000s and going up this time and not just pulling back and making new lows. So this is our test here. And we'll just kind of have to wait it out, see what happens. Now, if we flip to Doge, I know we've been on Bitcoin for a long time. We flip to Doge, you can see it's not doing bad. You know, it's at 32 cents. Side by side, though, it's not even close. Not even remotely close. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Right now, Bitcoin is back up closer to here. So Dogecoin should be closer to like 37, 38 cents right now based off Bitcoin's movement. But people are not convinced. Hey, Ray, what's going on? Welcome back to the stream, man. That's why you're waiting. We have seen this before. You sold your Ethereum and waiting for a better price. We'll probably buy Bitcoin this time if we get a good tip. Nice. See, that's the thing. People are diversifying a bit right now. Well, Dogecoin is not at short term looking the most promising. So yeah, you can put your money in at a dip and hold and wait for the Elon announcement, whether that's tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year. We don't know. There's no way to know. All we can do is keep speculating and looking at the most probable days and hoping. But at this point, we already passed 6-9, and then we passed the Tesla event with no announcement. So we don't know. We can keep an eye on the next major day, which we don't know when that would be. Maybe Elon's birthday on the 28th of this month. Or keep an eye on the developer updates so we can get a head start. Other than that, it is anyone's guess. So if you're bored, it's not a terrible time to diversify a little bit. Maybe throw some in Ethereum instead, which is going to be a faster runner-up than Dogecoin is, until we look like we're maybe going to get some news on the Doge side. But if you do that, don't get mad if Elon drops a tweet tomorrow and you're not in. You always have to consider that risk. That's the price you pay. Skydive says, yeah, I'm buying in at 100% $100 increments until it stabilizes just to lower your average. Nice. Good stuff. That is good stuff, everybody. Yeah, that's a good move. Dollar cost averaging in, knowing we're probably at the bottom. If it's looking bullish, you know, just add a little bit. Play it slow. John Riley, thank you so much for the support. But yeah, that's a good play. I'm currently still messing around with the meme stocks a little bit. We'll see what they do tomorrow. I'm hoping that GameStop sells off because I did buy a put. We'll see what happens though. I mean, let's do a little change up here in case people are looking to trade something other than crypto tomorrow. Because like I said, other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, there's not much movement. So if you're not interested in any of those two, you may end up venturing out into the stock market. Now, GameStop sold off really bad. And now it's making this W recovery here. Kind of like you see right here. Let me find some other examples. I don't know if I can. Usually a double bottom's pretty decent for a recovery. That's a good reversal signal. We'll see how it holds though. It could have just been, and here's the thing, if you look at this on the larger time frame, it could have been somewhat of a cup and handle. The only thing is the handle, in my opinion, was way too big. And now it has to cover all this ground to get back up here and take off. That's why I felt really bearish on it. Because usually the handle, you'd want to see it maybe come to like here. You know what I mean? meet the previous high, which was good, but then only pull back to like a decent support level, but it dumped real far. Now, we know that the apes, we know they're strong. So if they're feeling it tomorrow, if they get a glimmer of hope, they're probably going to buy in and drive this up. If not, I mean, we could see 180, 160 tomorrow. You know, that's not far down. We already touched almost 200, so we could definitely get back there. Maybe even fail that, head to 180, or probably no lower than 140. I don't think it's going to sell off that far tomorrow. That'd be extreme, but just I'm looking 180, hopefully. If not, it could be 250, 260. We'll see. Now, on the AMC side, what do you think is the play on AMC? Keep hearing this is the week. Me too. I keep hearing every week's the week. Now, the thing with AMC is, and this is kind of the problem for GameStop as well, because when one stock's moving, yeah, they'll focus more attention on that stock, but the whole army gets confident. Even the GameStop buyers, the Workhorse buyers, the BlackBerry buyers, whatever meme stock you're in, they all kind of get confident together. So AMC succeeding tomorrow could be a reason for GameStop to gain some momentum and hold. So I'm going to have to keep a close eye on that. Either way, my puts don't expire till the 18th, so I'm kind of chilling. I've got a couple days. But the problem with AMC right now is that it's gaining more support than normal. Because now a lot of people that were not into it, and this is just from my general observation, which I do a lot of, if you can't tell. And it's kind of where a lot of my predictions come from. Just general observation and getting a feel for everybody in the market so I can determine the overall sentiment and go from there. So the thing is, oh, sorry, I thought there was a new comment. Thing is, there's a lot of support being gained from people that don't normally support these kind of things. So we know we have the meme stock army, the Reddit warriors, whatever. By default, we know we have those. Then on top of that, you'll have the occasional people from day trading, or maybe some of you guys as well, that you're like, oh, crypto's boring, these are moving, I want in on one of these plays. And you get those people. But then you have, and of course you have the YouTubers that are in one low and they're hyping it, pumping it, trying to make it go higher, doing their due diligence to support their bank account there. So, you know, it's their game, whatever. But now we're seeing support from people that normally would not entertain these kind of stocks. So some of the larger names that typically give more sound advice are putting decent amounts, by their standard, a lot to us, but decent amounts of money, say like 10, 15, 25 grand, maybe even 50 grand, into these things with no fear of what happens next, but because they like the calls. They like the movement and they want to support the movement. Basically, the movement being now not, let's just get this thing to $500, screw the hedge funds. But now it's just like all of the bad things that the hedge funds have been doing with the like artificial shares and all the extreme market manipulation tactics that people are starting to say, well, you know what, this shouldn't be allowed. It's almost like how the cancel culture started coming out of nowhere, and people just started like grouping up. Even people that normally weren't part of that kind of thing started coming together, just like, well, that person did a lot of bad, they should be canceled. Now you're getting a lot of these like bigger names that are like, well, these hedge funds are actually terrible the way that they're manipulating the market. I don't really care what happens with this, guys. I'm throwing 15 grand in. Hopefully AMC goes to the moon and we can really show these hedge funds who's boss, because they shouldn't be doing this to everyday people. So that's starting to happen. And Meet Kevin was one of those people. I don't know if you know about his channel, but he's one of the biggest names in like the real estate and finance space right now. He uploads like 5 times per day, also live streams, and he's also now running for governor. He's like all over, but he's doing his thing. He's one of those people. And then you've got Andre Jik, Jikh, I believe, or maybe it's Jihk. I don't know. He's another one. Just a lot of the more conservative names are throwing money into AMC, saying that they want to support the calls. So now we've got to keep our eyes actually on this thing, because what we might see now is just like overall support from people that have no interest in the AMC pump, but are just saying, you know what? Yeah, screw the hedge funds. I'm going to put $1,000 in here just to support the movement. And that is going to be a whole new group of buying pressure that we did not have before. So I think AMC does make more moves. We've got pretty much everyone behind it now. So Yeah, AMC's probably not dead this week, guys. Keep your eyes peeled. And if it's not, $50 is not a bad price. Honestly, closer to 40 would be better. But this is one of those things you go into, kind of like you would go into SHIB. Put some money in there if you want to be a part of this that you would not mind losing. Maybe that's $200. Maybe it's $500. Maybe if you've got a large account, it's like $1,000. And just hang out. Let that thing sit and hope for the best. Because if you don't consider that, sorry, the music stopped. But if you don't consider that catalyst, AMC's definitely had its run. So if that was not a thing, I would feel like AMC ran out of steam. But that's the only reason I'm saying I think there's some hope. So just keep your eye on it tomorrow. And then that worries me for GameStop as well, because usually, like I said, if there's momentum in the meme stocks in general, that'll just kind of trickle down to the others, regardless of if they're even the ones of focus. So we might see similar momentum come into GameStop all of a sudden, as the AMC folks usually trade either or. Melly, yes, this will be huge. I'm excited. I got on it. Nice. I might do $200 or something. I've made a couple bucks off AMC, so if I look at it like I already made profit, I can kind of risk that profit again, because it was a risky play in the first place, and I just happened to play it well. So maybe I'll risk kind of what I made. Worst case scenario, I don't lose any of my initial capital. But play it slow, man. Play it slow, everybody, men and women. Bitcoin's moving, bro. Hey, let's go to an advantage. Yeah, we talked about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is moving, if I may. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And that's why I was saying kind of hesitate on the sell, because you see how it pulled back to the 38.6 and it took off. So now this means keep your eyes on Doge. People will start to get a little more confident. As you can see, it's starting to do this pattern here. Keep your eye now on both. Man, I might not be able to end this stream. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not zoomed in on screen. I might not be able to start this stream or stop it if we're getting some good moves. Let me find some more music here. Hang on. Find similar. Could we just play? All right. Only thing I don't like about this music platform is there's no shuffle button. Just let me go crazy. Click one button and go. Like compiler radio with never-ending music. Do not go long, go short off Bybit. What is Bybit? Are you saying short Bitcoin? Hey, it's not a bad idea to short Bitcoin at 40K. But yeah, what is Bybit? Is that an ETF or something? A short leveraged ETF? Something? Crypto? Let's see. Oh, my head. It's almost 40K. It is almost there. BlackBerry and Workhorse are following the same charts as well. Yep. BlackBerry and Workhorse, they have been really close together. That's what I was saying. Good point, Skydive. All four of those meme stocks, they kind of flock together. So it's just think of them as like a host, like non-US exchange. Oh, okay. Think of them as like they're tied together. It's not so much one meme stock in particular doing well. It's like the meme stock buyers are like, guys, is this our day? If so, pick one of your four type thing. And that's why on Friday we saw kind of every one, or Thursday, each one kind of took their own turn. First it was Workhorse in the morning, then that sold off. You got a GameStop run, then that sold off. You got another Workhorse run. Just rotate. Non-US crypto exchange, Bybit. Okay, I'll check it out. I would like to get into shorting crypto if I could. Now, unfortunately, now is probably the wrong time for it. But if Bitcoin fails 40,000 here, maybe it's not. But this is kind of like a late time to short, in my opinion. Bitcoin's had so many tests of 40K that eventually one of those 40K tests do break. If it keeps having enough momentum to come back up to the line, that line will only hold. Think of it like taking damage. Eventually it'll lose its strength. If the buying pressure is strong enough to keep slamming into the price, it'll deteriorate a bit. Use VPN. Okay, I'll check it out, man. And welcome to the stream, MJs. Welcome back. So this is looking good. Bitcoin. Here's the thing. This is what I said before, right? Bitcoin, we already know Bitcoin's just fine. We know Bitcoin is not worth $10,000. It's not worth $15,000. It's not even worth $20,000. The last time Bitcoin was $20,000 was doing terrible, 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 terrible things. We are not at the same time period. Hey, just tuned in. What happened with 88? You mean ADA Cardano? It's just chilling, man. How did you make out with your AMC from that night? I told you to do it and you bought. I was off the stream for a few days after that. I ended up making good money off AMC, actually. A couple $100 at least. Actually, no. Off AMC, I traded that and ended up going from that account I traded it on was one I didn't care much about. It only had like $200 on there, $250. But yeah, now it has 1,100. So that went pretty good. ATA. What is ATA, man? I don't know what ATA is. If you could enlighten me. But welcome back, Bryce. And sorry, I am very sick right now, so bear with me. Third test will fail. Dom is too low. Isn't Dom just based off of market cap at the moment? I don't see how that... Gitcoin and Theta Fuel. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about Theta recently. The problem with Doge, Bitcoin up almost 15%, Doge only 5%. None of these altcoins are going to move unless Bitcoin confirms that this move is not just a fake out. Because crypto buyers, like a lot of you, probably have no interest in buying Doge right now. Like, put yourself in other people's shoes. And the way you feel, consider that other people probably feel the way you do. If you're not feeling inclined to buy right now, think of why the reason is. And consider the fact that you are probably not alone. Because that is your initial, immediate, emotional response. You probably have no interest at buying Dogecoin at 32 cents. It's one, not a crazy dip anymore. And two, you don't see enough positive price action from Dogecoin to make you think it's going to take a run. And was that 3? And then 4, Bitcoin is not breaking into any new territory, right? And then 5, Bitcoin also has faked out going to 40K like 5 times already and reversed. So if you're an investor, you're probably not convinced right now. So why would you buy Dogecoin? Or why would you buy Ethereum? Or why would you buy any of the other altcoins? If it's highly likely that Bitcoin's just doing a little fakerino here, and it's at the top and it's going to dump. That is probably the way. If you're feeling that way, and you're feeling that way, and you're feeling that way, and I'm feeling that way, imagine most people probably feel that way. That is why you're not going to see a move. When will we see a move? When Bitcoin confirms that it is not just faking us out here and it's going to make a run. Then you'll start seeing people gradually start thinking, all right, well, maybe this is the last time we're down here. Doge might just get pulled up like 2 or 3 cents. Either way, that's profit. I'm just going to go ahead and buy in. 32 cents is a pretty good dip anyway. It's very low risk. Worst case scenario, it goes down to 30 or 29 later. I'm only risking 3 cents to be in at the move early. So that's kind of the mentality right now. But like I said, until we get confirmation, Dogecoin ain't going nowhere. Hey, welcome to the stream, everybody. ADA is automata, if you want to look at it. All right. Big market cap. I might have to look at that tomorrow, by the way, guys. Like I said, I am very sick right now from the vax. Got the second vax yesterday, and right now I have a fever and a terrible headache. So, like I told you guys, I was not going to miss today no matter what. But looking at the screen is not a great time for me right now. So, a lot of the extras, I'll probably, if they're not specifically like needed to buy tomorrow morning, I'll probably just hold off until tomorrow's stream. But I'll check out Automata Bryce kind of after stream once my head stops hurting. Big market drop coming anytime the next 14 days. Interesting. Prob under 30. Be careful going long. Got it. Been through too much with Doge. 36 then 30. Yeah. And that it's just market uncertainty. That's what you got to remember, guys. It's a market uncertainty. If you are uncertain and you feel like the other people in the chat right now are uncertain, and I'm telling you I'm uncertain, you can't wonder, well, why is Doge not moving? It's because everyone's uncertain. There's your answer. Bitcoin's not doing anything to any of the altcoins because people are scared. And the reason it's not doing anything to the altcoins is because Bitcoin's done this 5 times already and then burned people. People are scared. They're not confident to buy in right now. Because what happens, knowing that Doge does follow Bitcoin's price action, what happens if we just start rejecting and going back down to 30? Where does Doge go? Doge hasn't even moved yet. So Doge is probably just going to start tanking back down to 30 into the high 20s. Nobody wants to buy right now. 10,000 dead from Vex. Yeah, I don't care. I got it already, bro. Interesting, though. I figured whether, you know, despite, and I'm not going to make this a COVID stream here, but despite people's opinions, right? Everybody, it's up to you at the end of the day, whether or not you get it or not. But I wasn't even going to get it right now because I didn't really trust it. But once you drop the mask mandate, it's like either you get the vaccine and possibly suffer from that, whatever the potential bad things could be, or you expose yourself to the actual thing and suffer from that. So it's like pick your poison, basically. So to each their own, but I got the vax. Don't care if other people do or don't. If I get it, I feel like I'm protected, so that's all that matters. Can't control everybody else. That's the nice thing about the vax. Now the mask was something that you put on supposedly to protect other people. The vax protects you. And if people don't want to get the vax, it only could potentially hurt them, whether or not it's, you know, you want to say it's legit or not. So this is just a personal decision for everybody. Doesn't affect anybody else. So Bybit allows leverage trading. Nice. Yeah, shorting at 40K was the move, and probably a lot of people did sell at the top as a scalp. So now what you have to see is, does Bitcoin sell off below the support line here? If it does, then this move could be done for. Maybe look for a bounce here and a gradual move back up over time. But yeah, this is the first test. Maybe we'll just give this a couple minutes. Indulge yourself with some hot coffee and cookies, Mariano. That should take care of your ailments. That sounds so good. The hot coffee I can do. The cookies, I'm on a diet right now, so unless they are keto cookies, which I'll tell you probably don't taste that great, I can't do that one. But the coffee, I can knock that out. I appreciate that suggestion, Gilbert. Yeah, guys, new people, welcome to the stream. This is not going to be as long as the normal streams, so I'm actually going to cut it in a couple minutes. My headache's starting to come back, so I can't deal. But I mean, we still got, I was only thinking 15 minutes and we're at 45, so I think that's pretty good. But all right, guys, let's start wrapping this up before I die. Bitcoin. Keep your eye on Bitcoin. Nothing else really matters unless we get some Twitter news from Elon on Doge, which is unlikely tonight. Bitcoin, if it holds anywhere over this 38,000, 38.6 level, it starts to trend back up. Look at how it acts towards 40K. We've already been faked out multiple times. We're going to need to see a move closer to 42, and whatever the pullback is needs to hold, right? It can't just dump. That's no different than anything else. If we start seeing that holding pattern anywhere above 41, near 42K, and more movement up, that's when you can start to expect Dogecoin to start heading to 35, maybe back to 37, Ethereum, ADA, all the others following as well. Until we get confirmation that Bitcoin is truly ready to recover and head back up, you are not going to see movement from the scared altcoins. They have trust issues at this point. Look at it that way. They need some confirmation. Had COVID and hot baths helped me out a little. It's a good call. How do you feel after the vaccine? I felt pretty off. Well, I just got it yesterday, the second one. And I mean, yesterday, just sore arm. This morning, worse arm. But then like a little bit of unusual feeling in my legs, like a little fatigued. But I was fine. But then as the course of the day went on, I started to like heat up. Got like a mildish fever. It wasn't terrible. But now I'm dealing with like the headache part. I felt like I was going to get a headache all day. Now I'm at the point where I do have that headache. And now the fever's cooling off. So I feel like by the morning, I'll be all right. But just going through the motions. But overall, not bad. Would do again. It wasn't that bad. Now other people, because there's a study on how people reacted. Other people had like no symptoms. Some had like my level, moderate to mild. Other people got it like really bad. but like some of my friends got really bad symptoms. But for me, I'm alright. But anyway, hot toddy, good call. But yeah, keep an eye on that. Dogecoin's not going anywhere unless Bitcoin holds up here. If Bitcoin decides to dump, Dogecoin will probably come back down towards 30 cents. So, in my opinion, Doge is not looking super promising. If anything, Ethereum always tends to be a little more anxious to move because, like I said, it has more fundamentals at this point. You'll see it's up actually 6% when Doge is only up like 2, 3. So, keep that in mind. Ethereum might be a nicer short-term play if you're trying to just ride the wave up. Ethereum might move a little faster. So, at least you didn't pass out this time. Yeah, I got injected by the same lady, and she was freaking out. She's like, "Are you sure?" Because I got it done at Walmart, and you know, she was telling the story like, "Oh my God, I remember last time I was freaking out, telling everybody this guy just passed out on me." So, I felt bad because I really spooked her, but it was fine. Looks like ADA is new. Probably the only reason it's going up. Probably. But yeah, that's that, guys. Keep an eye on those. Looking at the stock market, keep your eye on AMC, GameStop secondary. If we see an AMC sell-off tomorrow, there might be just a general sell-off in the meme stocks. But if AMC holds strength, we might see AMC and GameStop and some of the others also just band together. So just keep your eye on that. I have more faith in those doing something interesting than Bitcoin. But it's been a long time coming for Bitcoin, so it is about time that Bitcoin recovers. So any moment now, just keep your eyes on it. Don't doubt it. We don't know. This could be it. It's been what, like 2.5 weeks? It's been a long time in the crypto space. So, and Elon's announcement was good. A lot of people probably feel way more positive now, getting the confirmation that it is coming back after he scared them to death with the breakup thing, saying it was like completely over. Now they have news it is coming back. You might see a lot of investors starting to buy back in, anticipating a run-up very soon as we start getting more good news towards Bitcoin being mined off cleaner energy over time. So getting back into the buyback swing of Bitcoin, in my opinion. So that's going to be good for everybody in the crypto space. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I am going to go get some more rest. Nice almost hour stream. That's pretty good, I think. And yeah, just stay tuned tomorrow. You know, we do this 7 days a week, and hopefully you're subbed up. If not, click that button, click the notification bell, select all. That way I can catch you guys in the next live stream and in the next video.